Hundreds of years from now, if you want instant durability, strength, and speed, you can have it for a price. Depending on how much you're willing to pay, you can have the strength of a biomech without losing most of your body tissue. In fact, if you pay enough money, your bionic implants can be completely concealed. However, most cannot afford this and settle for an exterior bionic implant, which is most cost-effective. Your strength and/or speed can be augmented significantly within a 24-hour surgery. Speed being a huge draw to get these upgrades, as bionic humans are the fastest human type. Soldiers often get these upgrades, as well as athletes. It's important to point out that bionics will be affected by EMP attacks, just like a biomech would, and they can't repair themselves like biomechs can. Other than that, the advantages are, needless to say, priceless.
Because of many soldiers needed for recent wars, the field of biomechanics has grown rapidly since the late 2200s. Not only is this technology used for soldiers, but also people suffering from aggressive advanced diseases that are now so unfortunately common. A man by the name Dr. Baltimore experiments on himself and has been at the top of this field of science for many years. Because of his research and work, people who have undergone this surgery are now stronger, faster, and live longer than ever before. If you have enough money to invest, with reconstructive surgery, you can appear as human at any age you wish to. Usually only the super rich can afford this type of upgrade. Biomechanics allows people to live as long as they'd like, but no matter what tech is used, that age never can surpass 120 years old. Their armor is upgradable, as well as their strength, for they do start off with high levels of both at level 1. Their bodies are so stable that they do not need to kneel or stabilize themselves to shoot sniper guns, and they can repair themselves if there are no healers present. But they are susceptible to EMP attacks, which will stun them temporarily. They do not make good chemists, but they exceed as tanks and at any other fighting class. To learn more about them, please read the description below.
In the early 2100s, scientists attempted their first try at creating a new super race of people. After successful tests with animals, although they were able to genetically alter these people, their appearance changed drastically. They eventually moved their genetic labs to space stations and other remote locations to do other genetic engineering. Mutants all look very different, hence the name. They all share similar but varying mutations. They can be very tall, medium, or short in height. They lack charisma, but they do possess heightened senses, and they can give off a noxious gas that does melee damage as a free action. Because of their appearance, they often stay hidden from society, but never underestimate their abilities, especially tagged with certain fighting types. Read more about them in the description below. At this point, geneticists had to go back to the drawing board and try again.
After the failure of the last human genetic experiment, the genetically enhanced physique humans were the next phase. Tall, beautiful, and strong. These humans are great candidates for tanks for obvious reasons. They are the ones most often as shock troopers, donning exoskeleton suits, other heavy armor, and heavy melee weapons. They favour hit points, as they do start off with a good amount of health at level 1. Although they are tough and mighty naturally, they lack high mental capacity. This void encouraged human geneticists to try again at another genetically enhanced race. Read more about them in the description below.
One more time, human genetics was taken back to the labs to try once again at creating the perfect human. While many people protested against this, science continued on. Some labs even experimented with hybrid human subjects. The genetically enhanced mind race of people was the answer to try to fix what was lacking with the genetically enhanced physique humans. While they did excel greatly with endowing them with intelligence, they turned out to be very short, about 4 feet tall, also lacking strength. However, along with high intelligence, they also have high reflexes as well. They often shave their heads and use appearance-changing tech. With an ability to quickly learn languages, they can rapidly blend in, and also are good at every fighting class. To learn more about GEMs, please read the description.
Regular humans, also known as true bloods, are almost a minority now in the Last Stage storyline and game. While there are so many genetically enhanced humans, bionics, mutants, and biomechs, regular non-altered humans still have their own edge. True bloods excel at any fighting class, whether it be chemists, techno-hunters and snipers, gladiators, assassins, priests, or shock troopers. The Archetypes, being like the Amish, as they keep separate from the rest of the world, are true bloods, never using tech to change their human type. More about regular humans and their pros and cons for Last Stage the game in the description below. Thank you for watching.